Morning everybody, how you doing? Exciting morning for us here. As you can see, we are in the clouds, sitting at about 1300 meters. We do get lots of mornings that basically is just this kind of cloudy weather, but the good news, the rainy season I think has started, which means the growing season has now really kicked in. Even though we did have plenty of warmth, we did have not much moisture. But the last couple of days we had about 30 mil, which is awesome, and forecast is looking for another 30 mil on Wednesday. So today is Monday, the 6th of October. So this is exciting, which also means it's time to manage this baby here, which as you can see, it's pretty much overgrown. But I'll just run you through more or less what I'm thinking to do. So as you've been following our progress here, the system has really pumped, especially the part that we had the veggies in the middle here. This is really now super tall. It's about 2 meters tall for most of it, and we're really gonna have to drop it all. So now it's gonna be the biggest management we've done. We're gonna manage every single plant, probably even some of the productive plants we might just have to trim them out. So just to give you a bit of an idea, all of that Mexican sunflower we're going to be dropping pretty much at ground level, maybe 10 centimeters or so, just to encourage it to come back up. It grows up really quick. Castor oils, you're going to be pretty much just leaving a leaf, removing all of the flowers over there. Eucalyptus, we're probably going to be lifting some of the skirts, especially some of those bigger plants. And lifting the skirt means just kind of coming in, and those lower branches that you can see there, pretty much up to that. Ideally we only manage up to that kind of brown section there, but I'll probably push it a little bit higher, maybe, you know, a couple of nodes up, just to create a bit of conditions for something like the fig here that is really starting to come back up. Also the pigeon pea, what I'm thinking to do is, you can see there that there is probably 4 or 5 or 6 together. Maybe leave just 1 or 2. So do a bit of thinning on the pigeon pea, as well as remove the leaves. Oh, not the leaves, sorry. Removes the flower. What else? Oh, the crotalaria, the brick crotalaria here that has been doing such good work. Well, first and foremost, remove all of those seeds. Now it's time to definitely harvest them and reduce them into size as well. Probably maybe 1/2 meter. And definitely not as kind of leggy as it is everywhere. So that's it. It's gonna be a massive pruning. We're gonna want to expose all of our productive plants as well, and really bring that organic matter down. So yeah, it's gonna take a few days for sure. It's a slow process, it's a careful process, it's a conscious process. Not so we really don't wanna damage or remove or prune any of the plants that are not ready for. But there you can see some of the eucalyptus there is about 3 meters tall. Look at those Mexican sunflower as well, probably 2.5 meters. So that's, you know, they've been pruned less than a month ago, or probably a month ago. So that's it. This is the game for now, especially on that top part of the system. The bottom part of the system, which is not super pumping as is this top part, I'll just show you quickly there. We're gonna go through the same process, in a sense that we're gonna be managing all of the plants. But you can see, you know, if you grab that picture, how bushy things are, and then we go into this picture here, it's a different picture. So it's a different management as well. So I'm not too sure. Definitely the pigeon peas, I'll be doing a similar process, but I don't think I need to weaken a lot of the Mexican sunflowers that, you know, they are in a good kind of height there. So we'll see, but definitely the crotalaria will be pruned, and those seeds removed and things like that. So the bigger work will be on the top part there. We have, I think, about seven lines that are really pumping, where we had veggies in between. And then the bottom one is basically remove all of the senescence, remove all of the flowers, remove all of the seeding processes, remove all of the, you know, little bit of the dead leaves from the frost event that we had, as you can see here in the banana. you know, we're gonna be tidying this up, cleaning that up, just pretty much just leaving green bits and doing a little reset here. And then of course coming in and cutting that grass, which as you can see has grown beyond the frost level. Let's say here you can see all of the frosty material, but over there no more. So the grass is growing, everything is growing. It's really the right time to do it. And one thing that I've, you know, the more I pay attention, the more I learn the importance is finding those key times, those rhythms of the systems. It's not because it's the rainy season that we are pruning, but it's because it's the growing season. So for some places on earth, you know, the growing season might not be at the beginning of the rainy season, because we also need warmth. So a lot of the temperate climates, or maybe Mediterranean climates perhaps, where the rainy season is winter, it might not be right at the beginning. So you got to pay attention on your climate and your dynamics, when is the right time to do such a heavy intervention, let's say, because things needs to be growing for us to come and manage. There is no point of doing heavy management if things are just not moving. So off we go. I'll keep you posted and I'll show you how things will look probably in a couple of days time. Take it easy. We stay in the clouds for a while. Morning friends, how you all doing? Well, we're doing very well here. We have finally managed our system. It's looking gorgeous. Look a little bit on the skinny side, as you can see. Big effort there, but we're really happy with the results. We've got a bit of rain coming on the weekend, so this is super exciting that we managed to get through it. I'll show you a little bit closer so you can have a sneak peek. So yeah, let's go from the bottom up. Been able to generate quite a bit of organic matter, but it just really disappears. This is probably our weakest line, but still got a fair bit. Interesting to see all the different plants that we put up. There is always one that shines, and yeah, so really good to see all of the plants that we've got as well. We haven't really lost many, lost a few bananas, but not much. So it's good to see. But you can also see that we took about, I don't know, 90% of the leaf matter out of the plants, and things are bouncing really back. I'll show you here how this Mexican sunflower is already coming back up, going boom boom boom. Little bit on the pigeon pea, of course, a little bit slower, but you start to see some of the growth kind of nodules there, the buds starting to puff up. So we went really hard. Because we wanna really make it explode now, really put everything into sync. All the crotalarias, we pretty much removed the big crown there, boom boom, and opened up. So just to have a little bit of a green matter. I like to always leave a little bit of green on my plants, just so they continue to put a little bit of photosynthesis, and just indicate where I want them to be. So I left, for example, on that pigeon pea, on the crown here, I removed everything on the bottom there, just to indicate where I want them to move next. And didn't really touch any of the eucalyptus. Some of them I just lift a little bit of the skirt if they were too fat in the bottom, let's say. But pretty much have not touched anything on our key crops. I've just removed anything that was perhaps dead and diseased, and just cleaned the bananas, for example, you know, the older leaves, or the leaves that got burnt by the frost. And we really went hard with the pigeon pea as well. Removed quite a lot. See how we used to have lots of pigeon peas kind of growing together. They're still bouncing back, so I thinned them out to maybe one every 10 to 20 centimeters. Still plenty there, but I had one every 1 to 2 centimeters. And then in the center row here, what I've done, coming brush cutter all of the grass as well, and I just piled them up in the middle. So I'm just starting to have this process to try and just weaken that grass in the middle, because that's where I want to put another row of crops. But we'll see. I wish I had more. I think some areas like here where it's a little bit thicker, it probably will do the job well. But you can see here other areas that was a little bit thinner, that grass is already coming through and bouncing back. And the grass, I probably brush cutted that maybe less than a week ago, and has already put a little bit of growth. So that's what we want to see. Nice bouncing back from the management within a few days. We thought all of the grapes we had here were dead, but at the end of the day it was just the one of them was dead. They're starting to put a little bit of growth there, as you can see. Boom boom, which is exciting. Look at the little berries as well, starting to put some berries on the plant. So really good news. Nothing really got smashed over the weekend, over the winter, or with the really kind of 6 months of dry that we've had. Pretty much all of our productive crops, apart from the one we knew that got either smashed by the ants. There was an apple here on this road that really got smashed, but it was pretty much dead even before winter showed up. And things are looking really good. I also collected a lot of castor oil seeds that I'm now drying. This is a leftover here. So castor oil seeds and lots of the crotalarias seeds as well, that will help me to move things forward into the other systems. So that's it. So really heavy pruning, but still leaving a fair bit, even though we removed probably 70-80% of the cover of the grass, not the grass, of the green matter that we've had here. We're still left with some nice green, so sugar production is still happening, but a lot of excitement. So we'll see how things will bounce back. I'm expecting things to bounce back really well. They are already coming, they are already bouncing back. So now is the time to come and start make those plantings in the middle. I mean, the ideal scenario would be to just come and do it, but I'll see if that grass in the middle do a little bit of work for me in terms of removing that rhizome. Oh, that's awesome to see. A little bit of the buds coming up and starting to feel on that pear as well. And just to show here, so here we've had our horticulture in all of those beds above, which was, pretty good to have a space for it. But now you can see that we are a little bit behind now with that. Not exposed soil, but there is nothing much growing. So this is going to be my first priority, rather than going here where we've got life moving and things are, working well. And now I have to come here and intervene, because this will start to walk backwards, really, because we don't really have any life going, even though we do have mulch and it's a little bit of the soil protected, but that's already being digested when we're going to start to have water and plenty of warmth as well. They will be digested rather quick, so I want to come in and move it forward. So that's kind of one of the trade-offs. Yes, veggies are great in the beginning, but they leave us with a big open scar as well that we have to remediate. And I wouldn't be putting any other veggies here, because that's going to definitely contradict with the management of other things. So definitely need to come and act. Another thing that happens as well on systems that get really dense like mine, and things tends to grow a little bit laggy a bit, some of the bigger plants. So I'm just going to have to come and stake some of those up just for a month or so, just to make sure they stay straight. And yeah, things are looking good. So I'll just show you here on the eucalyptus what I meant by lifting the skirt. Used to have lots of growth here, and usually we only take it to that place that had been lignified. So you can see that it gets brown there and then it turns to green. So this is usually where we would be stopping. I just push a little bit higher. I still left plenty of canopy in there, so it's not going to be minding too much. It's awesome to see all of those Mexican, also that Brazilian fern tree as well, what we call Gopuruvu, is one of our classics. It's so gorgeous. It's got a little bit of a sticky point over there, so there's plenty of those. That's the future of kind of organic matter, and a little bit of timber production. So this is really exciting. Some of the kind of native papayas as well coming through. And look at this eucalyptus, as I was showing, really leggy. We're gonna have to stake that one up. I'm really happy with the growth of the acacia manjum. People are telling me it was just gonna be too cold here, but they are really powering through. They're really going well. So that's really exciting to see it. Whereas the African mahogany, which people said would be a better one, it's not really doing too well. Oh, the beautiful red cedar, there's quite a few doing really well. Look at here, another eucalyptus that just needs to be staked up. So that's the next job. It's always important to come back and have a look at the management, especially when you had a little bit of wind, a little bit of rain, to see how those plants are holding up or not, and coming and just doing one final little management just to make sure things are moving in the right direction. So that's it. That's the big management for the spring, or let's say the beginning of the rainy season, because different places would have different growing seasons. So let's not talk about spring or rainy season. Let's talk about the growing season. That's the important time. So very exciting. Things are absolutely pumping, and I'm really looking forward to this growing season. I think it's just going to take things to the next level. Really, everything looks really happy, apart from those interrows, which I'm going to be doing a bit of work in the next few weeks. Still got a bit of a crop coming here, kind of the final bed that we've planted up. Tomatoes are looking a bit not so good, a bit skinny, and so we've harvested a fair bit of beans, but we had a few days of a lot of moisture, so they are kind of outweighing a little bit on the moldy side of life. So I don't know, this was really dense. This was really dense as well. So I think it just did not help when we had a lot of moisture and a lot of density. So that's what I'm saying. When we're managing the system for veggies or managing the system for trees, it's not fitting anymore. So, but anyway, that's going to stay here for a little bit. We'll harvest a few little beans and maybe a corn or two, a few beetroots. So I'll probably stay here for another month, and that's it. And we move things on. Brassicas are definitely not looking great. Look at the size of this cauliflower, really struggling. So yeah, probably not the best decision to have put this bed in here. I just try to push the boundaries a bit, and you know, it's part of the learning. It's part of the learning. It doesn't matter how much we practice, we are learning on an absolutely daily basis. So make sure you are enjoying the journey, because that's what matters. Take care. Have a beautiful day.